Testing one, two, testing one, two. All right, how's that for a pivot, you guys? For those of you who have no idea what's going on, you're watching live feed from Columbus, Ohio. They're digging up a rug in a TikToker's backyard. My so was not ready for this, but you know what I'm gonna do? This could even be like a get ready with me video. I think I could do my makeup while I'm on camera. Thank you, Brandy. Thanks you guys for teleporting over. There's no audio on this feed, so we're gonna chat while we're doing this. How fun is this? I was I was going in the shower and I had Brandy on and I was listening and she's talking about this TikTok girl. And then I paused it to take a shower and she's going through all this stuff. And this TikToker, what is her name? Katie Century, right? Because I just followed her on Instagram. She was like digging a fence or something. And she found a rug buried in her backyard. And so she just started posting about it on TikTok. She went from like 6,000 viewers to like over 1 million viewers. And she found this rug. I guess she and her husband were digging. She was very sad because she had to like dig up a Japanese maple tree, which was like $1,000 tree. She was upset. TikToker is pinned at the top of the chat. And that to dig up this Japanese maple tree. She called like the police. They came and they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna use any resources. We're not bringing an excavator." The rug was buried like 2 feet underground. They're like, "Yeah, no, like if you want to dig it up, go for it." So she's posting about it and posting about it, and then it's pinned at the top of her chat. Her name is, I have her on TikTok, and her name is Katie, Katie Santry, Santry. And the police come and they're like, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna spend resources on this. Like, you could dig it up if you want to. If you find anything, give us a call back." This is in Columbus, Ohio. So she decides to like, all the TikTok people are like, "Girl, there could be like a body in that rug. Like, you gotta like do something." So she's like, "All right, well," she puts the call out to her TikTok followers who are now growing and growing and growing. And she's like, "If anybody has a cadaver dog or like an excavator and you want to come help me dig, sure, I'll keep digging. But you know, you're gonna need to help me." And so she can't really find anybody because cadaver dogs apparently can't come out unless the police say they can come. So then she reaches out to like the real estate broker, and she tells the real estate broker who sold her house and said, like, "What do you know? Like, what do you know anything about like the people that you sold me this house, that owned the house?" And she's like, "Oh, they're really nice people." And she's like, "Oh, and it just so happens that my best friend is the daughter of the people who sold you your house." So she's trying to find stuff out. The parents are like in their 90s. They live in like a nursing home. And so she's like, they couldn't find anything out. I guess you guys can fill in the chat because I kind of like was in and out of that. And so then she gets a call all of a sudden from like homicide. They just have an excavator now there. She gets a call from homicide and they're like, "Yeah, no, we do want to come over." And fast forward to today, there's crime scene tape all around her house. There's media everywhere. Somebody from the news found her and said, "Listen, I hope, I don't want you to think I'm a creeper, but you know, we have like this way to find out like who you are from your TikTok and where you live. And, you know, I just kind of want to cover this case with you or for you." Or and the girl's kind of like a little bit freaked out, right, Katie? So we're watching them dig live. We don't know what they're going to find, if anything. This could be like a big Geraldo Rivera fail. Do you remember Geraldo? When Geraldo did that big, like, what was it? I'm dating myself now. It was like 100 years ago, but it was like King Tut's tomb or something. And like Geraldo Rivera was going to do this big reveal on live TV of whatever was in King Tut's tomb or wherever it was. And there was like nothing. There was like nothing found. And it was a big prime time before cable waste of time because it turned out to be nothing. So yeah, she tried to get the police to come out. Thanks you guys for filling in the gaps like always. They did, and they left, right? And then they were like, yeah, if you dig up anything and you find anything, call us. Then they did bring the cadaver dogs, and then Brandy Churchwell, my girl, showed, and this is how like dedicated I am to this, because I didn't even put any makeup on. I'm just like here with the hat on, still have wet hair, but I couldn't, I'm invested. And I know you guys are invested too. So happy to do this with you. This is live footage from Columbus, Ohio, as they dig. Could be nothing, could be fun. But aren't we all involved in this mystery now together? So the cadaver dogs came, and both of the dogs legit like sat right on top of that hole where this rug was. And so then they bring the team out. And do you think it was Chloe? Chloe was a washout, though, I thought. Wasn't Chloe a washout? I don't think that Chloe ever made it through the academy. Poor Chloe, R.I.P. Unless Chloe's really in Vermont. So now what had happened was we're watching a live dig, and we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if it could be something, could be nothing. We could be here for days, and I'm here for it. Scarface's vault. Is that what that was with Geraldo? This may well be nothing, but it may be something. And now we can't turn away. This is like a train wreck or a car accident or, you know, like a real life. Yeah, it was a vault. It was a safe, Geraldo? Was a safe? Al Capone? It was nothing. It was nothing, but it was like there was so much hype around it. Remember how much hype there was around it? Tina's like, they're taking so long, I would have dug it up by now. Yeah, but like archaeology, like when they get in there and they find fossils, and they got to be real careful when they find artifacts, and they got to get out those little like things that look like kind of like makeup brushes, and they got to brush around it. Like, I don't think they can disturb it now. Now it's a crime scene, because guess what, folks? Columbus, Ohio. I don't know where she exactly lives, and I would never dox her, but somewhere near Columbus, Ohio, they have crime scene tape. They know how to use it. Look. Pay attention. They've got it tied around trees. It is secured. They've got it. They know how to set a crime scene. And quite frankly, this might not even be a crime scene. It might just be a dirty rug that somebody's kid threw up on. And they're like, ugh, I don't want to burn it. I'm just going to bury it in the yard, because maybe there was already a hole there or something, and they didn't want to go to the dump. Who knows? She said her house was built in 1967. Oh, Elaine Burris, thank you so much for coming in with a hot 20. I will have you guys anytime. Anytime. I'm ready. I'm not really ready, but I'm here. Thank you, Elaine. Lady Libra, thank you for becoming a new member. It is so fun to hang out with you guys. And, while we're waiting for something to happen here, we can chat about other things. We got so many things to catch up on. Evil Queen says, Al Capone, I lived in Chicago at that time. Oh, okay. OMG, the tunnel. Yes, Scott, you remember it. And we're dating ourselves now. I don't know what year that was, but if anybody has the Google, it's hard for me to use the Google and talk to you guys at the same time. But yeah, Geraldo Rivera was a nothing burger. Was a tomb of some sort. Jimmy Hoffa? Al Capone? That was funny. And they probably got really good ratings. Oh, what did happen here? Why are you stopping? It's kind of like froze up. So they have everyone. This is the funniest chat on YouTube, just so you know. If you're in here right now, the pressure is on. The pressure is on to be funny, to make us laugh. And I'm not an easy audience, Like, there's some guys that I don't think are funny. Correct. Wicked psyched. Excellent point. It's not uncommon for people to bury trash not all that long ago. Right. Grave digger means TikToker. Grave digger. Will you dig my grave? Will you make it shallow so that I can feel the rain? Who can name that song? God, my voice sucks today, but we do think in song lyrics here. Grave digger. Intuitive Karen, shouldn't you know, just based on your name alone? Ha ha. There is a TikToker. Her name is Katie Santry, Santry. She was digging a fence. She lives in somewhere near Columbus, Ohio. Oh, she said she updated her TikTok. Wait, did she just post this also on? Oh, wait. This was posted when? Oh, she curses though. She's going to kill me. She's going to kill me with the F word, Katie. Well, that's from 2 days ago. If I have to open the TikTok, I will. Is that her same name? All right. So anyway, Intuitive Karen, she was digging a fence post, and her and her husband are digging, and they come across 2 feet down a rolled up rug. And she's like, okay, maybe I watched a little too much true crime, but I don't know. There could be a body in there. So she's like posting all this stuff on TikTok. And then she's like, forget it. I'm just not going to do anything. And then all her TikTok friends were like, or viewers are like, damn. They're like, girl, you got to call the police. Like, this is a rolled up rug. There could be something in there. It could be a body. She calls the police. They come out. They're like, yeah, no, we're not going to, we're not going to waste any resources on this. So you could keep digging. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to your comment? You could keep digging, but if you find anything, give us a call back. Yeah, I sweat myself out. It happens. It happens. It happens like every freaking time. So what had happened was police didn't want to spend any resources on it. They're like, if you find anything, let us know. She got upset because she had to dig up a beautiful Japanese maple that was probably worth about $1,000. And fast forward to now, and all of a sudden they call her back and they're like, yeah, you know what? We do want to bring cadaver dogs over. She tried to find cadaver dogs like through her TikTok fans, and nobody could come because they said we can't deploy our cadaver dogs to you unless. Oh no, you're good. What's her TikTok name? Katie. Same name, Santry. So fast forward to today, and Homicide is digging up her backyard, and it could be something, it could be nothing. But this girl went from something like 6,000 followers on TikTok to like 1 million. No, she got 1.7. All right, so let's since we can't really see much here, let's come over here and go to her most recent TikTok.
I'm sorry that this is delayed, but I don't know what's going on, but they did just stop digging. There's 15 of them, and they're just kind of all standing around like.
Her sound is low.
Next steps. I don't know what's happening, but they're all just kind of standing around. The digging has paused. A guy with a suit has now come over. I don't want to show too much again, just in case we don't know what's happening yet. But
the digging has paused.
Yeah, that's where we're at. They're just kind of looking in the hole, and they've paused. But the amount of dirt and digging that has happened. One guy's on the phone. I don't know. That's what I know. And here's what it looks like from my perspective. They're coming out from the back. Okay. I'm sorry that this is delayed, but I don't know what's going on, but they did just stop digging. There's 15 of them, and they're just kind of all standing around like, I don't know if they're thinking about next steps. I don't know what's happening.
Next steps.
Just kind of standing around. The digging has paused. A guy with a suit has now come over. I don't want to show too much again, just in case we don't know what's happening yet.
We don't know.
But yeah, that's where we're at. They're just kind of looking in the hole, and they've paused. But the amount of dirt and digging that has happened. One guy's on the phone. I don't know. That's what I know.
We do know.
Here's what it looks like from my perspective.
Okay, that's going to replay, I guess.
They're coming out from the back. Okay. I'm sorry that this is delayed, but I don't know what's going on, but they did just stop digging. There's 15 of them, and they're just kind of all standing around. Like, I don't know if they're thinking about next steps. I don't know what's happening, but they're all just kind of standing around. The digging has paused. A guy with a suit has now come over. I don't want to show too much again, just in case like we don't know what's happening yet. But yeah, that's where we're at. They're just kind of looking in the hole, and they've paused. But the amount of dirt and digging that's happened. One guy's on the phone. I don't know.
This was 9 minutes ago.
And here's what it looks like from my perspective. They're coming out from the back.
So we don't know if there's a body, Dawn Marie, but we do know that the cadaver dogs both sat on top of the area where the rug was found and just sort of hung out there. This was just from 9 minutes ago, so there's a newer one than this.
I'm sorry that this is delayed, but I don't know what's going on, but they did just stop digging.
Okay. That was the newest one, right? I mean, I'm not that bad at TikTok, am I?
Okay, and we have an excavator.
This is from 15 minutes ago.
Break my fence, which would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, this is from 15 minutes ago, so the one that I just played was newer. So this is just a little bit before that.
Good. Making its way over to the hole. Guys. Okay, and we have an excavator. Trying to not break my fence, which would be greatly appreciated. Making its way over to the hole. Guys. Okay, and we have an excavator.
It's going to play over and over and over again because that's what TikTok
Trying
does.
to not break my.
We're going to go back to the live feed of the actual dig. So hang on a sec. Which, I don't know, they must have pushed the media away, but you can see them in the right-hand portion of your screen. They're all kind of standing around. Oh, I guess this right here. Do you see my cursor on the screen? Kind of. You can kind of see, I think, the excavator back here, unless that's people in white suits. Oh, wait, okay. This is local news, Channel 6 in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I hope they remember their red Solo cups too, Duckgate conspirator. Like, no joke. Oh, Robin, I'm only here because I was watching Brandy this morning and she was covering this and I had no idea. I thought we were going to watch some TikTok videos and we were going to get to the end of that story and we were going to find out what was in the rug. I didn't realize that this live dig was going to be happening right now. I feel like I'm, Geraldo Rivera waiting for what's ever in that tomb or whatever. A tomb, a safe. Now I got to look it up. Now I'm curious. So scary. Okay, so for those of you who have no idea what's going on, I'm going to watch this on my, to see if anything like breaks. But since, maybe you want to catch up on some of these older TikToks, we're going to go back to one. Why don't we do that? Some of you don't know what's going on, so we can kind of go from the beginning of her finding this rug, if you like, and catch you guys up. They may have found a cold case. Yep. They may have had a cold case that had ties to the former owners. Apparently, she's the second person to own this house, she said. And she did reach out to the real estate broker. So let's go to that TikTok. And she's really wicked funny. All right, let's see. Okay. This is her TikTok where she finds the listing agent of the house. So first she found the rug. The cops wouldn't do anything. And now
the case may be coming to a close. I found the listing agent online. I called her. I said, "Hi, my name's Katie. Guys, I was trying." Okay.
Wait, stop.
Okay.
Fine. We're gonna dig. We're gonna fucking dig.
Hold on, Katie.
tomorrow
Stop, Katie.
At 4:30.
Hold on. We're going back here for a minute because I'm going to have to just sign in because, you know, that's what they want me to do. Can who join? Katie? Oh, I don't know. I would love to have Katie join my show. I don't know how to contact her. I don't even know my TikTok login. I have to find it. All right. We're all invested in the carpet now. Okay, let's go back to this.
I found the listing agent. The case may be coming to a close. I found the listing agent online. I called her. I said, hi, my name's Katie. I have a very strange thing to tell you. And I told her, and I said, do you have TikTok? And so here's what's happening. She happens to be best friends with the daughter of the family who owned the home.
Wild.
So either this daughter, who knows, could potentially, be like, I don't know, there's not a body there, but we should have answers. I told her exactly what tree. I told her where the rug is. I told her what was happening. She is calling her as we speak, and she's gonna let me know. I sent her the TikTok. She's like, what in the hell is going on? I don't know, lady. And she just said, a dog, but that deep and that long? We're all questioning it. Get the answers from the daughter. We should know soon. The case may be coming to a close. I found the listing agent online. Guys, I was trying to wait until I had the actual answer because I keep getting messages of, she's dragging this out. She's doing this for clout.
People think she's doing it for clout.
Up. No, I'm not. I just don't know yet. Here is what I've got so far. The realtor has talked to the daughter. The daughter does not know what the rug is. She also asked her about dead dogs and cats and hamsters. And she said they had many dogs and they were all cremated. So she does not think there is a buried dog. So what is going to happen next? You impatient little bitches. She's going to drive her ass to the nursing home where her 90 and 95-year-old mother and father live and berate them for the answers for us. She's going to see what they know and if they know what is in the rug and why the rug is there. I think the real estate agent that I was talking to is also highly invested at this point. But at the end of the day, the daughter's got a job to do. And so she can't go to the nursing home until tonight. So I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get a quick answer. I thought the daughter was going to be like, oh yeah, for sure. We buried our dog, Harold, under that tree. Case closed. Dunzo.
Sharon for the win.
We have to wait for her to go see mom and dad at the nursing home and hope that their dementia has not wiped the memory of the rug. And for the love of God, those of you saying I'm doing this for clout.
Oh.
Am I like?
I just heard from Columbus Police. They tell me after officers were back here investigating since last night, they brought in an excavator and they have determined that nothing has been found. No bones, no human remains, anything of that sort. As you can see now, they are starting to tear down. As I said, they brought in an excavator about a half hour ago. Since then, they have been digging parts of the backyard. This all happened after a woman and her husband said they were digging to put in a fence in their backyard, and they stumbled upon what they believed to have been a rug. They then contact police. Police came out. They said there was nothing there. Then she went on TikTok, and it became a viral sensation where thousands and thousands and thousands of people, more than 100,000 people, were actually watching that TikTok video that she was making when police showed up last night. Many of you saw that they brought in canine officers to check around. They apparently stumbled upon something, which is why that officers were brought in this morning around 9:30. They were digging in that backyard. And if we can zoom in, I don't know if you can see the excavator in the back of that blue home, where, as I said, Columbus Police have just confirmed to us that the digging is over and they found nothing, no signs of any human remains or any remains at all. Now, a spokesperson did tell me that they did find some kind of fiber remnants in the ground. When I asked if there was a rug or anything that was found in the ground, she said some remnants were found. It looks
What?
like that they are going to be tearing down and leaving probably in the next hour or so, as they have been here since last night. They showed up around 6:30 last night. They were there until about 10 o'clock, and they came back this morning where there were crews of officers and detectives here for much of the morning. As I said, they brought in an excavator about a half hour, 45 minutes ago. And then just a few minutes ago, we had a representative from Columbus Police walk out and say that nothing was found after that search. We're expecting to have more information on this later today. Columbus Police say they are not expected to have a press conference, but they will release information as to how many people were here, how long they were here, what brought them out here, and eventually what's the end result of this investigation. During this time, since last night, there had been hundreds and lots of people here from the neighborhood who have actually been watching and showing their cameras and doing their own TikTok videos as to what's been going on. Some still remain here, but as I said, we learned just a few minutes ago from Columbus Police that they have finished their investigation. They are now starting to tear down, but they have determined that nothing has been found. Nothing was found, no remains, no human remains, no animal remains, and that the rug that they thought there was something inside turned out to be just some material, some remnants from somewhere that they will look into. But as of now, no remains have been found in this home on Columbus's far east side. We'll have much more information coming up tonight on ABC 6 at 5 and 6. For now, we'll show you as police continue to tear down their investigation. They brought lots of equipment.
I don't know.
Our drone track video showed that there was a tent, there was excavating equipment, and that excavator that was there as well. Police, I said, showed up around 6:30 last night. They've been there since this morning. They had guard patrols here at this location. And we have noticed probably the past 10 or 15 minutes ago, Columbus Police patrols that were here and detectives that were here have since left.
I don't know. Do we believe that? Do we believe that? Because why would the cadaver dogs have sat right on top of that hole? Do you think he's just trying to get the crowd to dissipate? He said there's hundreds of people there. All right, I put her TikTok down below as well as her Instagram. I don't know. I don't know if I believe him. He looks like he's a local reporter for Channel 6 in Columbus. And Brandy said it was also on Channel 12 in Columbus, but it has the same feed. And I'm not going to swipe another streamer's feed if somebody's live streaming like from her back. Like I don't do that. It's just not cool. I wouldn't do that. But this is the news channel, so I feel okay doing that. But I don't know. DNA, they have to test the rug. Why would they look into the fiber remains? You can clearly see the excavator still working. Yeah, you can, right? Okay, please don't mention like other creators that are doing this in the stream, especially ones who are so horrifically mean to some of my friends. That immediately gets deleted. You guys can go watch that guy if you want. I think Glairer knows who I'm talking about. But, you know, that's a stream swiper. We don't do that. But we can go back and we can watch some of our Katie's TikTok for those of you who are not familiar. So let's get back into this story. I don't think she's clout chasing. I don't think she buried that rug herself. I mean, she also said that she came down one morning or whatever, however long ago this started, a couple of days ago. And her computer screen was shattered on her laptop and like something that originally she thought it was a ghost. She was getting a medium to come over. All right, this is after she contacted the real estate agent.
Guys, I was trying to wait until I had the actual answer because I keep getting messages of she's dragging this out. She's doing this for clout. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm not.
Katie,
I just don't know yet. Here is what I've got so far. The realtor has talked to the daughter. The daughter does not know what the rug is. She also asked her about dead dogs and cats and hamsters. And she said they had many dogs and they were all cremated. So she does not think there is a buried dog. So what is going to happen next, you impatient little bitches? She's going to drive her ass to the nursing home where her 90 and 95-year-old mother and father live and berate them for the answers for us. She's going to see what they know and if they know what is in the rug and why the rug is there. I think the real estate agent that I was talking to is also highly invested at this point.
Well, look
At
at
the end of the
Baker
day,
and
the
Glare
doc's
think
got a
she's
job
doing it
to
for
do,
clout.
and so she can't go to the nursing home until tonight.
I don't know.
So I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get a quick answer. I thought the daughter was going to be like, oh, yeah, for sure. We buried our dog, Harold, under that tree. Case closed. Dunzo. That's not what happened. We have to wait for her to go see mom and dad at the nursing home and hope that their dementia has not wiped the memory of the rug. And for the love of God, those of you saying I'm doing this for clout, am I like, no. We're trying to figure out what's in the rug and who broke my computer. Guys, I was trying to wait until I had the... Okay.
So somebody posted in the chat that she started posting originally on TikTok for miscarriage support. And look, guys, they're still digging back there. That excavator is still going. It's not like they're wrapping it up. Right? So the rug was punished for being a runner. Oh, Fairy Ducky, you changed your name? Fairy Raven, you changed your name to Fairy Ducky, but are you still in Ireland? Katie, this is, whose hat is this? This is, I think it's Dead and Company, Mexico, Cancun. I was not with Alan Jackson because, see, the Dead and Company used to play every year in Cancun at the same resort that Dave Matthews would play with Tim Reynolds. And so one year, funny story, I came back and Alan Jackson was wearing a bracelet on TV. And I said, oh, that looks like the bracelet I got in Cancun at Dave Matthews. And then they started this rumor on the cesspool of Twitter that I was with Alan Jackson in Cancun. And it kind of like became a life of its own. So yeah, that's what that is. Dead and Company, I think Cancun 1 year. Let's go back and watch.
Okay. Fine. We're going to dig. We're going to fucking dig tomorrow at 4:30. My last call ends at 4:15. I have 2 friends coming over. We're going to fucking dig, okay? Okay. We're going to dig.
This was like from...
I talked to the realtor again. I said, hey, did you hear anything? And she said, I haven't heard back. The parents are quite elderly. They are in their 90s. I was like, I'm so sorry. We're just going to dig. So don't worry about it. Ignore me. Sorry to bother you. I'm so embarrassed. We're just going to dig because I know, here's what I know. Here's what I know. If I post anything after this and I don't resolve it for all of you, you're never going to let me live it down. I could post a pregnancy announcement. I could post a get ready with me and talk about skincare and you'd be like, shut the fuck up. What's in the rug? I know that. I know that about all of you. I've learned that through this interaction the last few days. So we're going to dig and we're going to see what we find at 4:30 tomorrow. Okay. My plan
This was yesterday.
is to try not to ruin anything.
I know, I have
it.
Have. We're watching
I still
it, but
have the whole, like, I ruined the fucking tree. So we're going to
there's nothing happening right now. I've got the live feed. We're going back and forth.
Go in. We're not going to start from the top. I think I'm going to start from the bottom and just dig over the rug like a groundhog would. We're going to dig tomorrow.
Okay, so she called her friends over for a dig party.
I went from hard labor to hard liquor because I will now be the cheerleader for the dig, brought to you by HDL Construction in Hilliard, Ohio. Obviously, we will stream this live and then there will be a final reveal video posted. And so tune in if your heart desires. 4:30 EST. That is when the crew will be here. That is when we will start digging. I was actually just out at the hole because People Magazine needed some pictures. And like, I truly can't tell which direction it goes. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. I appreciate all of your lack of fucking patience throughout this
Ooh,
process.
Katie.
It's been fun. And if the rug, fingers crossed, is bodiless, I still want to know who is haunting me and broke my computer and threw my desk around in the middle of the night. So personally for me, even once this rug is out, my journey is not done. I'm actually thinking I'm going to have like a median or something come over here. Honestly, it's been fun. This has been a fun journey. I've enjoyed going on it with you. Some of you will leave me afterwards, and that's fine. You can write off. The rest of you, I'm excited for what's ahead. I've got a lot of cool ideas. I didn't bury a rug. This all just happened to me. And you all decided to hop on in and take the ride with me. But it comes to a close at 4:30 EST live on TikTok. Guys,
We got a closer up view here. So what had happened was, this is channel 12 Columbus. Channel 6 cut their feed. They're like, forget it. We're done here. I don't know if I believe that they're done here. So we're back to this feed now. This is Columbus 12. It's no audio. Where is there? Maybe we'll get a hot mic moment. Or, oh, that's earlier. Did they cut their feed too? Is everybody just going to give up on what's in the rug? Are they just giving up on what's in the rug? I can't. What we need to see. We need to see them reveal what is in the rug. I'm upset about this now. This is the beginning. The middle. Don't even tell me they gave up too. Really? What do you guys got going on in Columbus? They're taking the crime scene tape down? Oh, you can't do this to us. Yeah, she thought originally it was a ghost because she came down, opened her laptop. Her laptop was shattered. She had like a little thing like I do here, a little shelf that she puts her laptop on, and there were some things that were moved around that she never would move around. She thought there was a ghost. Well, I'm glad to see that Channel 12 in Columbus did not give up.
Hello. All right, ready? Yep.
Oh, now he's ready.
Hello, everybody. Steve Levine here with ABC6. I've just heard from Columbus Police. They tell me after officers were back here investigating since last night, they brought in an excavator and they have determined that nothing has been found. No bones, no human remains, anything of that sort. As you can see now, they are starting to tear down. As I said, they brought in an excavator about a half hour ago. Since then, they have been digging parts of the backyard. This all happened after a woman and her husband said they were digging to put in a fence in their backyard, and they stumbled upon what they believed to have been a rug. They then contact police. Police came out. They said there was nothing there. Then she went on TikTok, and it became a viral sensation where thousands and thousands and thousands of people, more than 100,000 people, were actually watching that TikTok.
Yeah, this is the same thing we heard before.
When police showed up last night, many of you saw that they brought in canine officers to check around. They apparently stumbled upon something, which is why that officers were brought in this morning around 9:30. They were digging in that backyard. And if we can zoom in, I don't know if you can see the excavator in the back of that blue home, where, as I said, Columbus Police have just confirmed to us that the digging is over and they found nothing, no signs of any human remains or any remains at all. Now, a spokesperson did tell me that they did find some kind of fiber remnants in the ground. When I asked if there was a rug or anything that was found in the ground, she said some remnants were found.
Some remnants.
It looks like that they are going to be tearing down and leaving probably in the next hour or so.
Wait, some remnants were found, right? Isn't that what he just said? Like bones? Like, hold on.
That was found in the ground. She said some remnants were found. It looks like that they are going to be tearing down and leaving probably in the next hour or so, as they have been here since last night. They showed up around 6:30 last night. They were there until about 10 o'clock, and they came back this morning where there were crews of officers and detectives here for much of the morning. As I said, they brought in an excavator about a half hour, 45 minutes ago. And then just a few minutes ago, we had a representative from Columbus Police walk out and say that nothing was found after that search. We're expecting to have more information on this later today. Columbus Police say they are not expected to have a press conference, but they will release information.
You can't
as
leave
to
us hanging
how many
like
people
that.
were here, how long they were here, what brought them out here, and eventually what's the end result of this investigation. During this time, since last night, there had been hundreds and lots of people here from the neighborhood who have actually been watching and showing their cameras and doing their own TikTok videos as to what's been going on. Some still remain here, but as I
He said
we
before, he said there were hundreds of people there. Does that look to you like hundreds of people? I see like 4 people over here clustered in front of the neighbor's house.
learned just a few minutes ago from Columbus Police that they have finished their investigation. They are now starting to tear down, but they have determined that nothing has been found. Nothing was found, no remains, no human remains, no animal remains, and that the
He
rug
just said there
that
were
they
remains.
thought there was something inside turned out to be just some material, some remnants from somewhere that they will look into. But as of now, no remains have been found in this somewhere that they will look into. But as of now, no.
Wait, what?
Since last night, there had been hundreds and lots of people here from the neighborhood
There's
who have
4
actually
people.
been watching and showing their cameras and doing their own TikTok videos as to what's been going on. Some still remain here, but as I said, we learned just a few minutes ago from Columbus Police that they have finished their investigation. They are now starting to tear down, but they have determined that nothing has been found. Nothing was found, no remains, no human remains, no animal remains, and that the rug that they thought there was something inside turned out to be just some material, some remnants from somewhere that they will look into. But as of now, no.
What do you mean remnants? Remnants. Like a rug can be also called a remnant, right? Like a piece of a rug is a remnant, but what is he saying? Like some remnants.
Remains have been found in this home
Yeah.
on Columbus's
Yeah.
far east side. We'll have much more information coming up tonight on ABC 6 at 5 and 6. For now,
So we got to
we'll
wait
show
until
you
5
as
p.m.
Police continue
I'm not buying
to
this.
tear down from their investigation. They brought lots of equipment here.
Are they gonna repair
Our
her
drone
backyard
track
back to the
video
way it
showed
used to
that
be?
there was
Because she did not want this to happen.
tent, there was excavating equipment, and that excavator that was there as well. Police, I said, showed up around 6:30 last night. They've been there since this morning. They had guard patrols here at this location, and we have noticed probably the past 10 or 15 minutes ago, Columbus Police patrols that were here and detectives that were here have since left.
I have an amazing viewer who trains cadaver dogs. I don't think, see, they ended it. They freaking ended it. Who does that? So let's go to her more recent TikToks so you can get like a better idea of what is actually going on. Yeah, why did the cadaver dogs hit on that area? Today is the jury questioning day in Ashley Benefield, and I was up and I'm waiting for somebody to broadcast it. It was not broadcast. If anybody know, because the jurors are coming in today for Ashley Benefield to be questioned. So it was not televised. Why did the cadaver dogs hit on that area? And Andrea doesn't trust mainstream media anymore. And Baker and Glare think she was doing it for clout, but I don't know. She's just a girl in Columbus, Ohio who found a rug. It wasn't me. It's a shaggy rug. Hi, Team Brittany. Maybe are they just trying to get rid of the media and all the looky-loos, and the grief tourists that have come to the neighborhood? Maybe. Who buries a rug, right? Who buries a rug? Oh, girl, you got to go from the beginning. He said remnants were found, right? Remnants are not human remains, but what are they? I mean, look, he's not an archaeologist, so I don't really trust his verbiage. What are remnants in police lingo? Is that even a police term? I have so many questions. Let's take a look. This was from yesterday. She finally got the police to show up, or she finds out they're coming here.
My God. Okay. I just got off the phone with homicide.
They just called me. They are sending detectives and cadaver dogs here in the next hour. Oh my God. I saw my phone ringing and it said Columbus Police. I said, this is fucking weird. I answered the phone. He says, hi, this is Detective Corn Nuts. I don't know what his name was. I forgot. I started to black out. We heard about your situation, and I don't know why the police, I don't know who they called, but they did not call homicide because we want to come. We want to take a look at this rug. He said, if the dogs do note something, your house is about to become a fiasco. And I said, I would assume such. So yeah, within the next hour, homicide detectives and cadaver dogs are going to be here in my backyard. And he said, as long as they do not note to human remains, then we can proceed with the dig at 4:30 p.m. EST. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. What I'm learning is that I should probably give it a good 5 minutes before I come onto TikTok and let you know the update, because I don't mean to string you along, but you are living this with me in real time, moment to moment. Here we are. The sniffy dogs, they have a job to do. They're currently working on another unaliving somewhere else, and they cannot be here now until 5 o'clock. The detectives are going to get here at 4:30, set the scene for the dogs to come and do their job.
Ozzy,
They're going to come, they're going to do a little snifferoo. And if they hit, my house becomes FBI property and a crime scene. And we start a murder podcast. If they don't, I say.
Okay, hold on. She doesn't want to say
that is
murder,
the-
but she can drop the F-bomb constantly. That's hilarious. I get a schmurder podcast. She says F every third word.
End of the story. We let the sleeping dog, cat, hamster, whatever it may be, lie, RIP, construction debris,
Remnants of fibers.
whatever it can be, we just leave it. Because if it's not a body, that was really the main concern here. That's how all this started. And if the dogs do their job, and I'm sure they're well trained, and they say, nope, all good here, we just leave the rug. I know you've all invested your time, energy, and attention, and I much appreciate that. But we will have the final answers when the homicide detectives and the schmurdery dogs get here on if there's a body in the rug. Otherwise, this has been fun. If there's a body in the rug, this is just the beginning. Okay, what I'm learning, the detectives are here. They've arrived. Some of them are in suits. They've got bags, backpacks, equipment. They're here.
No, I actually did see the rug when she was digging in with her husband in the backyard, and it looked like a shag carpet, but it was rolled up, and it was about 2 feet down, and it was like 5 or 6 feet long, and that's why she couldn't get to it. It was just too hard.
The detectives are here. They've arrived. Some of them are in suits. They've got bags, backpacks, equipment. They're here. The detectives are here. They've arrived. Some of them are in suits.
Oh, all right.
Suits.
Next.
Okay. I am so sorry to have left you hanging all night, but I whole house
Fiber remnants.
is now caution taped off. If you were not watching the live, both dogs sat on the hole. So the dogs run separately. So the first dog came out and the dog sat.
I hope not.
And audible gasp.
Absolute
fucking shock.
I hope not.
I thought that this was the end of everything today. And the second dog comes out, sniffs around, and sat. I will splice the video together, but I still have reporters at my house.
I hope she was able to save her fire pit too.
Cops are staying here overnight. Crime scene investigators come tomorrow and start to dig. And that's all I know right now, essentially. This has taken a fucking twist. And if I don't get on a murder podcast after this, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but I started crying on the live and I'm absolutely freaked out. And this is how I handle things. Dark humor. So if anything,
we know dark humor, girl.
It's just a bloody carpet, that someone got a bloody nose or scraped a knee. But if somehow this ends up being more than that and we are able to bring closure, first off, this wouldn't have happened without TikTok. I was not going to do this myself. I have guilt now that I wasn't going to do this on my own. This is only happening because of all of you little sleuths and impatient little bitches, as I said, who pushed me to do this. So as insane as this is,
Do you think that the Alberts would go all the way to Columbus, Ohio to bury the carpet that was in their basement that got ripped up? I mean, I'm just speculating here, but somebody said, who buries a carpet? Isn't the theory that all that carpet from the 34 Fairview house is buried in the pool that got filled up into one of the Alberts brothers' yards? Isn't that one of the conspiracy theories, right? So it could be possible.
if what is potentially going to happen happens and there ends up being some form of crime here, I appreciate you. And I will put together an actual video from the moment and figure out how to like splice together parts of my live when the dog sat. But for now, I feel bad that you hadn't been
Let's see
updated. So here
the
it is.
dogs. Bring it to the
Okay.
dog.
So I'm sitting outside with my friends who were actually the ones that were here for the dig party.
This
and
was
trying
from
to,
last night.
decompress from everything that's happened. My anxiety is so high.
Wait.
Okay. So I'm sitting outside with my friends
Touch anything.
who were actually the ones that were here for the dig party and trying to like decompress from everything that's happened. My anxiety is so high, and I cried on TikTok.
Actually, they talked to the previous owners. They found the daughter because the daughter of the previous owners is best friend with the real estate listing agent. She says they always cremated their dogs. They never buried any pets in the backyard. So, MLS, you owe me a hunch. Because it's right there. We got receipts. $100 says they dig up a dead pet from the previous owners.
TikTok live with 100,000 people. And I'm going to insert here the video of the dogs marking. It was already on live, and that's why I'm basically going to share everything that is already out there in the world. And then anything that happened essentially after the police told me to turn off the camera will remain in the hands of the law. They will be here tomorrow to dig. And yeah, but here is the video of the dogs hitting.
She's doing an interview where? On TikTok? How do you go to TikTok live? Where's the live? Help me. Help me, help me. Where would it be? MLS, you good on the bet. You have to come on a Lego stream. I don't know. Legos? I don't know. Will you do Legos? Sure. I'll do it. Thanks for the hunch. Thanks for where's TikTok live, my friends? That's crazy. That is crazy. Look, he paid his bet. Check it out, Glare. Refresh. Okay, refresh. Thank you, my friends. Oh, we're getting it. Wait, what?
This is spooky season. This was perfect, right? We saw the rug when we dug the post hole. And truly, I was like, this is weird. And I was going to let it lie. I was like, I don't know. Nothing's like, it piqued my curiosity, of course, but like not to the extent where I was going to destroy my yard. Not enough to destroy my yard. And then my computer got shattered in this room. So this is my sunroom. And I worked one night, and then I came downstairs. Someone's ringing the doorbell. It's probably the police. They're gonna want me. I assume we can stay on live. Let's see. I'm not sure. Go to Memento. Hello.
So we're finishing up.
Okay.
Just to let you know, we found nothing to indicate any kind of body, human remains, anything.
That is the best news I could have ever heard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we got the rug out there. It's gone.
Okay.
We tried to put everything back the best way we could for you.
Mhm.
You might want to check on the fence. I don't want you to let your dogs out.
Yeah.
There, just make sure all that is how you guys want it.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming it went in there the way you wanted it. So Do you have any questions for us? He's going to finish up with you here on the search warrant part.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us before we leave?
I guess my main question is, why did both dogs sit in that spot?
So we don't do the dogs. So
Okay.
It's not the Columbus Police Department.
Okay.
So that's something expertise wise. They have, training and skills, whatever their certificates, they would be able to best explain that.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, I think I told you this earlier. If somebody years ago had a nosebleed that went on that carpet,
That's so
they
crazy.
get sent to that. So it's just hard to tell. That
So-
could have been it. Who knows?
Did the carpet go with you?
Yeah,
I
the
assume?
the carpet is going with us.
Okay.
So, but there's nothing to indicate any foul play or anything.
Okay.
Girl, I don't think you want that carpet in your sunroom.
And
Hey.
I know everybody else has got your information except me. Can you give me your first name?
Katie.
And I just want to make
Legal first. name.
Catherine.
Just-
Okay. Can I just write it? So I
Yeah,
don't say
don't
it?
broadcast your
Okay.
name.
I don't want to put it out.
Probably Catherine, but still.
I do not.
Girl, you don't know about the trolls.
And if you would just follow that up with an email address that I can send you a
Yeah.
document
Nice adventure.
and a phone number, and I'll have everything else. I need.
Okay.
We tried to put it back as
No, you really
closely
did. I truly
as
We
we
didn't
could.
want to tear your stuff.
I
up.
appreciate the effort
That's why we
to.
asked you about the adventure.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
And this is your copy of the search warrant.
Okay.
I will send you a document detailing that we took carpet from the hole.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Was it a lot of carpet?
No,
Really?
no. It looked a lot like it just seemed like every
Yeah, I
time
feel
we
like they were digging forever.
yeah,
Before
well,
this job, I built houses, and I can tell you, I don't know what was here before they built this development in
Uh-huh.
the 60s. But a lot of times, like if they tore down farmhouses or barns or anything,
Mhm.
they didn't just haul everything out; they would just
Bury
break it
it.
up and bury it.
I found fence
So-
posts and barbed wire in my backyard.
Yeah.
They will. It's common when they build a house. They don't want to pay to get rid of
Yeah.
all the stuff. They throw it in the hole around the house and fill it in.
Yeah.
And so it could have been any of that.
That's crazy.
But
Those
Yeah.
dogs really tricked us. They got the
Yeah.
entire world
yeah,
thinking that.
yeah,
Ooh, and me. I thought I was like, I'm gonna have to move. This is scary.
yeah.
Any other
And I'll
questions?
tell you though, like just on the, and these aren't like absolute statistics,
Mhm.
but they don't hit every time.
Yeah, clearly.
And so when they do, we need to follow up
Oh.
and make sure that it's good.
I
So
get it. Like
it's-
yeah, I totally understand why all this had to happen.
yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully, just double check that snow fence back there so
Yeah.
that your dogs don't get out. I don't
Okay.
want to be- but everything else we tried to put back is perfect as
Yeah.
it is when we started.
I can breathe now.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
have a
much.
good day.
You too. I got an award. It's not an award. I don't know what it is. A crime scene search unit. Verum. I don't know. I'm here for TikTok, not for spelling. Verum. Quater. Oh, do I keep trying? I might embarrass myself. Querite. Verum. What the fuck?
Oop.
What does that say?
Katie, girl.
I don't know. Look at this. I mean, I get what he's saying. I assume you guys could hear. He said that if the dog hits, they have to search because usually they're right. And thank God today they weren't, or yesterday they weren't. Did these two dogs send us all on a wild goose chase? Yes, but they were cute and they were trying, and it was the end of a long day.
Get those out of frame.
And
They're annoying me
I
too.
don't know why they sniffed. I think that is a question I will be on my own deathbed someday and be like, why did those dogs do that? I don't know. The dogs do have some explaining to do. Can we interview the dogs? Can I pet the dogs now? Can I pet that dog? Do we think I can pet them now?
They do have a Canton,
So, yeah.
Ohio.
But the question again remains: is it possible it's below the carpet? No, ma'am. When I tell you the
How do you know if it's
again
still
remains.
I'm not
Is
a
it possible
TikToker,
it's
you
below the
guys.
carpet? No, ma'am. When I tell you these men were like, please don't call me. If you got my phone number, that's weird. I'm not going to answer and just chit chat with you. I'm chit chatting with the world. You're all going to get the same update. I literally feel like I can breathe now. I need to get
Is it still live? I have no idea. If we're replaying this now,
to just double check on the
it's
the
glitchy though.
neighbor.
MLS, go follow MLS. He actually lost a bet.
Dude, this thing keeps calling me.
That's what that was about. Now I got to
Um,
do a Lego stream. I don't even know what that
We
means.
do need to see why my laptop broke. So I don't know if you heard, he took the rug.
Clara.
They took the rug parts, and I assume we'll do some diddly daddling test work on them just to triple check that all is well and all is good. It's lagging because someone keeps work on them just to triple check that all is well and all is good. It's lagging because someone keeps. So if can I turn my calls off? Can I set you down? Look at this. My address somewhere on here, but this was an actual search warrant.
Thanks, Cyberchick, for
That's
being a member for a
all.
month.
This is what I do with my son. When my son's having a tantrum, we take deep breaths. That's what we do. Let's do that together.
Thanks, Kaylin. We found it. Thank you. Thank you, Rescue Puppy. My daughter's living in Columbus. I texted them. All right, I don't know what happened there. She's live on TikTok right now. Thanks, Romy. Got it. An MLS lost a bet. $100 bet. Said, I
That
bet you
work?
there's going to be a dead animal in the rug.
To go on airplane mode.
Scott Messerschmidt, I got your email and I found
Um,
something really interesting
Are we
about
still?
that.
Wow, I thought airplane mode was
Hold
going
on.
to turn all this off. They're calling from no caller ID, so I can't even block them. So big middle finger to anyone who's calling me. No middle fingers to the cute little kids who are outside. Honestly, may question the parents' decision-making skills to bring them to a potential opening of what we thought we potentially were going to find.
It has been a
but
fun
you
ride.
do
We did
you.
have
I do
fun.
things that people will question too. I was shocked to see so many small children outside my house, though. Explain the broken laptop. So that is what started all of this, guys. That's
All right. Do we need to still keep watching this? This
what started everything that
kept
happened.
us entertained for a little while, but maybe it's the police detectives calling. Maybe they found something in the
What
rug.
started everything that happened.
Yeah, I kind of like, I'm going to stop sharing this now because I
Sure.
kind of like, in my own way, feel bad for her because the trolls are going to hard come after her now. Big time. In my opinion, I think it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for this poor girl. Yeah, it was kind of fun, right? It was kind of fun to show something lighter, not everything is nefarious in this world. I was literally, I came out of the shower. Brandy's like, I gotta go. I'm like, all right, I'll take over. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the dig. And here we are. But I want to say, Scott Messerschmidt, one of my amazing moderators, sent me an email yesterday on the sheriff case. Okay. And I just since we're all here right now, those of you who are following this Kentucky sheriff case with me, Scott, I don't even know if you knew about this, but you stumbled on something wild. So I think you sent that article to me because it had to do with the Ben Fields pleading guilty, right? Scott, just put in the chat if that's why you sent this to me. But I'm going to show you something even wilder that I found in that same newspaper that you sent me. So I just got to find it because I got 100 emails yesterday from a lot of people with a lot of information on a lot of different things. Here it is. And this is wild. And I don't know if it's connected, but I know that you, my favorite armchair detectives, are going to find out for me. So for those of you who are following this sheriff case in Kentucky, Scott sent me the original paper, the Mountain Eagle. Okay. the Mountain Eagle from January 10th of 2024. And that is when that deputy, that sheriff's deputy, Ben Fields, pled guilty for forcibly having sex with at least one or two drug offenders in Judge Mullins' chambers, which is the same judge that Sean Mickey Steins killed. Okay. The judge's name is Kevin Mullins. This is the paper from January 10th of 2024. And I'm pretty sure that you, Scott, you sent it to me, right? For that reason, because this is what had happened. This is too coincidental to be. Here's where you sent it to me for this, which was page 3. Ex-deputy sheriff is sentenced. One victim tells of nightmares. And that's the article that I read yesterday about Ben Fields, right? Pleading guilty. Well, look at what's on page 1 of that same day's paper. Letcher woman accused of trying to kill daughter's mother-in-law. Okay. Look at this person's name, Tanya Mullins. Remember, Whitesburg, Kentucky has the population 1,700. Look at this. Police arrested a Whitesburg woman and charged her with the beating, robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder of her daughter's mother-in-law in Irvine. This woman, Tanya Mullins, kidnapped this woman, Melissa Riddle. Okay. And Scott, you stumbled upon this. You just happened to send this to me. And Sean Steins said they were trying to kidnap my wife and daughter. Remember? Okay. I don't know if this is a coincidence. I have no idea if this is related or not. However, Whitesburg, Kentucky has a population of 1,700. This woman named Tanya Mullins kidnapped and beat the crap out of this woman. I'm going to read you the article because I don't know if it's related, but small town, kidnapping, beating. Yeah. Police arrested a Whitesburg woman and charged her with the beating, robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder of her daughter's mother-in-law in Irvine. Kentucky State Police and the Letcher County Sheriff's Office arrested Tanya Renee Mullins Friday at Thornton after receiving an anonymous tip about her location. Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins said. Mickey Steins is quoted in the article. This woman's name is Mullins. I don't know if it's related, but Mickey Steins did say upon his arrest, they were trying to kidnap my wife and my daughter, right? Okay, so Irvine police declined to comment, but beyond confirming that Mullins and the victim are mothers-in-law, saying this case is still under investigation. The warrant obtained by Irvine police officer Michael Spencer indicates that other people were involved in the kidnapping. The warrant alleges that Tanya Renee Mullins of Whitesburg, 41, broke into the home of Melissa Riddle of Estill County on December 30th and then tortured her, beat her, stole several items, and then forced her to drive them to Letcher County, where Riddle says she heard Mullins talking to another person about her plans to kill her and dispose of her body. Police were called to a home on Hood Avenue in Irvine for a report of an assault and burglary, where Riddle and other witnesses in quotes, told officers that Mullins attempted to break a window in Riddle's house. Continued on page 13. This is like the old-fashioned like microfiche. Then kicked the door in, kicked the door in, and entered. The assailant allegedly poured rubbing alcohol over Riddle's head and attempted to smother her with a pillow and her bare hands before taking a loaded gun owned by the victim and placing it against her head. The warrant says Mullins then threatened to shoot Riddle if she called the police. Okay, what? Chrissy, this is a really small town. Phil Collins said it was a misunderstanding. We've pivoted. There was apparently nothing in the rug. And now we found, my amazing moderator, Scott Messerschmidt, found this article from January 2024. Who knows if it has anything to do but with Judge Mullins and the sheriff, but this is wild. She poured rubbing alcohol over her head before taking a loaded gun owned by the victim and placing it against her head. The warrant says Mullins then threatened to shoot Riddle if she called the police. The warrant says the accused got into a safe and stole several items. Riddle grabbed for a crowbar, the warrant says, but the defendant intercepted her, took the crowbar, and then proceeded to strike her repeatedly about the body and face. It says she also slapped Riddle, who was in her late 50s, and began to interrogate her as to the whereabouts of the keys to another safe. The warrant accuses Mullins of taking several bottles of pills and forcing a handful of trazodone into Riddle's mouth. Riddle told police she was able to spit some of the pills into her jacket, but did have to swallow some. The warrant says the amount forced on Riddle could cause a fatal overdose. The warrant says Mullins then forced Riddle to get into her own car and drive herself and Mullins to a home in Irvine where Mullins had been staying. This is from January of this year. Yeah, this is the same day Ben Fields, the deputy sheriff, pled guilty for raping those women in Judge Mullins' chambers. The defendant and others then proceeded to Whitesburg, Kentucky, where the defendant was able to reclaim her vehicle and drive back to Irvine, Spencer wrote. According to the warrant, authorities say Riddle suffered severe injuries, including a broken neck and a possible broken pelvis, as well as severe bruising on her face during the robbery and kidnapping. Riddle told police she was a helpless captive for more than 16 hours, part of that at Irvine, then a motel here in Letcher County, where she managed to escape and drive back to Irvine. Yes, trazodone is very strong. Kentucky State Police and the Letcher County Sheriff's Department arrested Mullins Friday night and placed her in the Letcher County Jail, where she's being held in lieu of a $150,000 cash bond. She's charged with first-degree burglary, first-degree robbery, first-degree assault, kidnapping with serious physical injury, theft by unlawful taking of a firearm, theft by unlawful taking of a controlled substance, less than $10,000, theft by unlawful taking of an automobile worth more than $10,000 but less than $1 million, first-degree wanton endangerment, attempted murder, intimidating a participant in a legal process. She faces one misdemeanor count of fourth-degree assault. The man with Mullins at the time of her arrest, Randy Walling, 40, of Letcher County, was arrested on 2 warrants for failure to appear in court in Letcher County, but has not been charged in the other case. I mean, this is wild. Posting on the Mountain Eagle Facebook page, Brittany Renee Riddle of Red Fox in Knox County identified Mullins as her mother and blamed the trouble on drugs and Mullins' mental health. This is my mother, and I'll never understand this. I'm completely heartbroken, she wrote. Drugs on top of being paranoid, schizophrenic, bipolar, and a lot of other things, while also being non-medicated, makes a human unpredictable. I'd never imagined anything happening like this. Okay. Remember how Judge Mullins was so involved in the opioid crisis and trying to help people with drug addictions? And this is just really weird and just really too close for comfort. I don't know. We got to do a little more digging into that, but I thought that was wild, right? Five years probation for Ben Fields. Yeah. No, he got 6 months in jail for the rapes. And then I think a lot of probation after that, maybe 6.5 years probation. Yep. So how odd is it that this woman, Mullins, clearly a drug addict, according to her own daughter, kidnapped and beat this woman who happened to be her daughter's mother-in-law? It's just weird. It's just weird, right? What do you think? Sounds like an episode of SVU, which started last night, by the way. Did anybody watch the premiere? It was great. Why would they take her to another jail if she was related to employees? Yeah, watch that stream that I did on the Kentucky sheriff, because the federal civil case is wild. There was stuff going on in the judge's chamber. Yeah, this is messed up. Totally messed up. I know. I know. Did she lie? Well, I don't think she lied. Some people think she was just clout chasing, but the dogs did sit on that spot. If you want to see that video, I can show it to you. But I was preparing something else for you today. I wanted to look at either. You can take your pick. We can go over the Sarah Boone orders that came out today with, or that came out today. Did they come out today? Today or yesterday? And watch some of her interrogation video, or we can do the Brian Walsh discovery documents filed by his counsel with regard to Proctor. Take your pick. I'm just going to go back to this video. Let's go back to the video
So I'm sitting outside with my friends.
of the dogs for a second, because we're kind of invested in this now.
Who were actually.
Okay, what?
Okay, and we have an excavator.
All right, I'm not going to ever get this TikTok thing. Here we go.
Okay. So I'm sitting outside with my friends who were actually the ones that were here for the dig party and trying to like decompress from everything that's happened. My anxiety is so high, and I cried on TikTok Live with 100,000 people. And I'm going to insert here the video of the dogs marking. It was already on live, and that's why I'm basically going to share everything that is already out there in the world. And then anything that happened essentially after the police told me to turn off the camera will remain in the hands of the law. They will be here tomorrow to dig. And yeah, but here is the video of the dogs hitting.
Ashley's hearing was this morning, but there were no cameras allowed in the courtroom. It was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find out if we know if anything happened. I mean, the dog sat right on top of where that carpet was.
Oh,
And also,
God.
the police officers must have had a cold case or something that happened in that area for them to go to these such great lengths with the excavator and everything else.
So that is the dogs hitting, both dogs hitting on the hole. And basically from there, everything went to fucking shit. I was terrified, losing my mind. I started to cry. I asked the cops if I need a lawyer. They are very aware that I'm the one who called, and they have no concerns that it was me. So if there's anyone sitting here thinking I did this, I certainly did not. And tomorrow, crime scene investigators will be here digging. And they said that there's still a chance that this rug, it just could have blood on it. It doesn't necessarily mean there is a body.
So that is where we stood with the dogs. I thought that was interesting. But alas, they say there was only carpet fiber remnants in there. Ashley's hearing was allegedly this morning at 9 or 10. There's no news on it yet. And it's not televised. So let me get out of here, get my act together. I'm going to post a stream for Brian Walsh. Maybe we can do it at like, let's see, what is it, 1:13? We could do it. You want to do it for 2:30? I'll teleport you over there. I just got to set it up real quick. What do you want? You want to do that? This was in Columbus, Ohio. It was, but it's all over now. Sorry, it's all over now. I'm going to set the Brian Walsh stuff for 2:30. Because I'm here for you. Oh, somebody doing that? Danny B? Yeah, I heard that 3 sisters married. The judge, the sheriff, and the DA. I don't think the judge, I don't think the sheriff was married to a sister, but definitely the DA in that county and the judge were married to sisters. That I do know. I can tell you that for sure. The join button is also linked in the description of the video every time. So you won't miss it. What time is it again? All right, we'll do 2:20, okay? So that gives enough people to people enough time to get notifications. No thumbnail, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so I'll teleport you over there so that you can just hit the reminder button to come back. And then we'll get into it with Brian Walsh. Sound good? All right, the guys, thanks for coming in. Sorry this wasn't more exciting. It was like a Geraldo Rivera kind of thing. Thanks for hanging in there with me, mods, and it gives me a chance to get ready. I'm gonna just hit the end stream. It's gonna teleport you over to 2:15. 2:15, we're gonna come back and do all the discovery demands about Proctor on Brian Walsh. So let's just see if there's anybody here I need to thank. I did not thank yet. Thanks, Kimmy. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Be cool, be kind, be classy. Thank the moderators. I'll see you in about half hour. All right. Peace.